Hello everyone. In our last video, we understood what is an agile mindset. This video, we will focus on who is an agile business analyst. We will discuss about the responsibilities which agile business analyst plays. So as mentioned in the previous video, an agile business analyst is a specialized business analyst who brings values to the organization using agile mindset. Before going into the details of Agile Business Analysis, let us revise what is an Agile mindset. Agile mindset basically is a growth mindset. You see and take action beyond your limiting mindset. For example, if your work demands to change the priority of the current task, Agile mindset suggests to work for next task, you should be able to respond rather getting stuck in the momentum of previous work. Agile mindset suggests to drop the limiting thought of that you are good with the current technology only. If the need is to shift from Java to Ruby or Python, one should respond to this change and embrace the change as required for the benefit of the project and individual growth. We suggest you to watch the previous video to understand it in more detail. Let us understand the agile process now. We will see how a typical IT development happens within this agile framework. Unlike waterfall, where the development happens in cascading phases, here in agile, the focus is on product increment and the development happens in iteration. Let us start from product backlog. The product backlog is a repository of all the requirements for the product in focus. Anything and everything that is known as a requirement for the product is captured in this product backlog. Product backlog is kind of a whiteboard where the requirements are managed with palm-sized cards stuck to this board. These cards have requirements written in a story format. This was a traditional way, but with advance in technology now, organizations use Rally, Jira, Confluence, etc. for managing the product backlog. The product backlog has requirements in the form of user stories, constraints, technical depths, defects, spikes, which is basically exploratory stories to assess the estimation for other stories. These items are pulled from the backlog to be worked upon. This is typically done in the iteration planning meeting. Considering the team's capacity, also known as the team's velocity, the prioritized items are picked up from the product backlog. The prioritization of the product backlog items, also referred as PBIs, are done during a meeting held before the iteration planning meeting. This meeting is called as backlog grooming session or backlog refinement meeting, which is generally done by product owner with the team. So coming back to the iteration planning meeting, let us say 5 PBIs are picked from the product backlog for the iteration. The members from this self-organized team will pick these items and assign it to themselves. The team works on these items once the iteration starts. A typical iteration cycle is for 2 to 4 weeks. During the iteration, the team member starts working on the individually assigned PBI. The PBI is elaborated and defined in such a way that the team is able to work on this particular PBI. The product owner's responsibility is to provide enough clarity to the story. Apply techniques like story decomposition, story elaboration to make it aligned with invest criteria. The acceptance criteria are stated clearly here. The team starts building on the requirement to add to the product increment. In case the development team faces any challenges, it can get direction from the Scrum Master and get the doubts cleared from the product owner. Next, the testing happens. The build is verified against the acceptance criteria. Here, the involved testers or QAs will get their doubts on test cases cleared from the product owner, and if faced with any impediments, can get directions from the Scrum Master. Here, the role of a product owner or a business analyst is to provide clarity to the development team as and when required. In case the built product increment is not satisfying the acceptance criteria, it again gets added to the next cycle. And if the product increment gets passed with the acceptance criteria, it moves further to the acceptance. At this point, we have review meeting where the built product is showcased to the stakeholders. This demo is given by the development team and the product owner to the stakeholder. Here, the focus is to elicit the feedback and new requirements from the stakeholders. The product owner will note down all the feedbacks given by the stakeholders. These feedbacks can be added into the product backlog by the product owner. And then the next cycle continues. The feedbacks are added as user stories into the product backlog and are prioritized along with other PBIs. This is a simple demonstration of how Scrum framework of Agile works. Now that we have understood the Agile process, let's understand the business analyst's contribution in this Agile process. 1. To manage the product backlog. Agile business analysts prioritize the product backlog items based on the stakeholders' inputs. This is done in Jira, Confluence, or whatever tool the organization is using. 2. Creating user stories and acceptance criteria. The requirements and the feedbacks given by the stakeholders need to be captured in easily understood format. The Agile BAs are to provide with creative user stories which follow INVEST criteria. INVEST criteria is a technique to write effective user stories. This is the acronym of independent, negotiable, valuable, estimable, small, and testable. Number 3, the acceptance criteria are added to the user stories to give enough detail for the development work. You can use behavioral driven development technique for writing the acceptance criteria. Next is to provide testing support. As a business analyst, you should be able to clear the doubts team is facing during the testing. You can review the test cases written by the developers or also help them attain the test cases per ATDD or TDD, that is test-driven development. And last, to accept on behalf of the business or help business to evaluate for acceptance. Often, the end users are not comfortable with the techniques and technology in use. They are not tech savvy at all. In this case, Agile business analyst can play a role to support the end users. Being the voice of the customer, you can approve the demo given by the development team here. So we saw how business analysts work in an Agile environment. We will continue in our next video where we will discuss about Agile business analysis principle. Thanks for watching this video.